Are you wasting money on longevity supplements that just don't work? Look, it's a super common question, and the good news is, in 2026, the science is finally clearer than ever. Today, we're revealing the top 5 supplements actually proven to extend your health span, all backed by the latest, most rigorous research. And I gotta tell you, you are not gonna believe what's sitting at number 3. Welcome to this explainer. I'm Dr. Thomas. For years, the supplement industry has basically been the Wild West, but with brand new geroscience emerging, we can finally separate fact from fiction and pinpoint what truly makes a difference at the cellular level. Seriously, ask yourself, are you throwing your hard-earned money at unproven fads, flashy marketing, miracle pills with absolutely zero clinical backing? It is so incredibly easy to get completely lost in the noise of the wellness industry. But what if you could confidently invest in your cellular health using compounds that actually target the biological hallmarks of aging? Well, that is exactly what we're about to do as we count down the top 5 supplements proven to optimize the way you age. Let's get into it. Right before we start the countdown, we really need to understand a fundamental shift in how scientists view aging today. See, the 2026 scientific consensus has officially pivoted. We're no longer just focused on extending your chronological lifespan. Just adding random years to your life. The focus is now entirely on optimizing your health span. This is absolutely crucial. It's the difference between simply surviving and actually living better, healthier, and more actively, with your mind sharp and your body strong. Okay, let's get right to the science. Kicking off our countdown at number 5, we have NMN, or nicotinamide mononucleotide. This is what we like to call the molecular fuel. What makes NMN so fascinating right now is its recent regulatory journey. Back in late 2025, the FDA officially reinstated it as a lawful dietary supplement, which basically opened the floodgates for people to confidently access it again. So why is it so important? Well, NMN is a direct precursor to NAD+, and NAD+ is this vital coenzyme required for cellular energy, for activating your longevity genes called sirtuins, and for repairing your DNA. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. Your NAD+ levels naturally plummet by up to 50% between the ages of 40 and 60. Ouch! By supplementing with NMN, you are essentially stopping the body's age-related energy crisis dead in its tracks. And when we look at the real-world data, the exact dosages pulled from recent clinical trials tell a pretty amazing story. Depending on the dose, NMN activates crucial cellular repair mechanisms at around 250 to 500 milligrams. Clinical trials actually observed improved insulin sensitivity in pre-diabetic muscle tissue. Bump that dose up to 900 milligrams, amateur runners saw significantly enhanced aerobic capacity, and at doses pushing up to 1,000 milligrams, we're seeing reduced brain inflammation and really vital memory support. It's truly a foundational metabolic shield. Moving right along to number 4 on our list, Fisetin. Think of this one as the ultimate cellular janitor. Now, Fisetin is a highly potent flavonoid found naturally in strawberries and apples. But honestly, to get the clinical benefits, you'd have to eat an impossibly huge mountain of fruit every day. That's exactly why we supplement. Fisetin acts as a senolytic. See, as we age, our bodies accumulate these damaged, senescent cells. In longevity science, we call them zombie cells because, well, they refuse to die. Instead of just clearing out like normal cells, they linger in your tissues and secrete this highly toxic, pro-inflammatory sludge. This sludge literally poisons your neighboring healthy cells, driving chronic inflammation and accelerating the whole aging process. So, how does Fisetin deal with this accumulating zombie threat? It utilizes this really unique hit-and-run mechanism. Because it takes weeks for these zombie cells to reaccumulate, you actually don't need to take Fisetin every single day. Intermittent, high doses are entirely enough to selectively clear out the garbage, suppress those toxic inflammatory markers, and restore your vascular health. It's basically an incredibly efficient biological spring cleaning for your body. Coming in at number 3, creatine monohydrate. This right here is your structural and cognitive foundation. Okay, this one surprises almost everyone. It is officially time to bust the myth once and for all that creatine is only a supplement for muscle-bound bodybuilders. In the context of longevity, it is all about the muscle-brain axis. As we get older, we face these twin threats of sarcopenia, which is the severe loss of muscle mass and power, along right with cognitive decline. By optimizing the rapid regeneration of ATP, which is your body's core energy currency, creatine simultaneously safeguards your physical strength, enhances neuroplasticity in your brain, and even preserves bone density. It's a real powerhouse. Now, the crucial point is how you actually take it to get these benefits. The standard clinical strategy involves a brief loading phase. That's about 20 grams per day for a week or so, just to rapidly saturate your muscle and brain stores. After that, you just shift to a simple maintenance phase of 3 to 5 grams per day indefinitely. But listen, the real magic happens when you pair this regimen with resistance training. Doing that creates the ultimate geroprotective shield against physical frailty as you age. Let's move to our runner-up at number 2, Akkermansia mucinifera. We're calling this one the metabolic gateway. We all know gut health is a foundational pillar for longevity, right? But this specific probiotic is an absolute game changer. Akkermansia literally eats your gut's mucus. It's a process called mucin degradation. Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, isn't eating my protective lining a bad thing? Actually, no. It's a brilliant symbiotic process. By consuming the mucin, Akkermansia essentially stimulates the goblet cells in your intestinal wall to produce a brand new, thicker, and significantly stronger mucus layer. It's kind of like pruning a plant, so it grows back with double the strength, and that thicker barrier has massive real-world impacts. Without Akkermansia, you risk leaky gut syndrome, where toxins literally leak into your bloodstream, causing systemic insulin resistance and inflammation. Yikes! But an intact barrier, loaded with Akkermansia, maintains tight junctions and produces amazing anti-inflammatory compounds. In human trials, even pasteurized Akkermansia actually improved insulin sensitivity and total cholesterol. It physically fortifies your inner shield from the inside out. Okay, before we unveil our absolute top pick for 2026, I want you to really absorb this quote. The preservation of mitochondrial integrity is paramount to maintaining cellular energy and preventing the systemic decline associated with aging. You really have to understand this. At the root of all aging, every single wrinkle, every moment of fatigue, every cognitive slip is the slow, steady failure of your cellular power plants. If you fix the power plants, you fundamentally change the trajectory of how you age. And that is exactly why the number one longevity supplement for 2026 is Urolithin A. Simply put, it's the brand new engine for your cells. Urolithin A is this revolutionary postbiotic compound originally derived from pomegranates. It's now delivered in a pure form that guarantees clinical efficacy for everyone, no matter what your gut microbiome looks like, and it targets our ultimate defense mechanism, mitophagy. Look, as we get older, our bodies get terrible at clearing out damaged, sputtering mitochondria. They just pile up and cause massive oxidative stress. Mitophagy is your body's highly selective process of recycling those broken down parts. Urolithin A is literally the master switch that turns mitophagy back on. It clears out the broken engines and replaces them with brand new ones. The direct consequence of activating that switch is absolutely profound. Dysfunctional mitochondria lead to high oxidative stress, cellular energy failure, and a drastically increased risk for age-related chronic diseases like dementia. No one wants that. By maintaining healthy, highly efficient mitochondria through Urolithin A, you radically reduce systemic inflammation and directly, measurably extend your health span. And the clinical evidence backing this up is just staggering. In recent trials, Urolithin A successfully triggered mitophagy in older adults, resulting in a roughly 12% significant improvement in muscle strength. And here's the kicker. That was without any additional exercise. It successfully lowered inflammatory markers, and in early worm models, it extended lifespan by an incredible 45%. Because most people's gut bacteria simply cannot produce it naturally from food. Taking it as a direct supplement is a total game changer. As we wrap up this countdown, let's look at your action plan. Supplements are incredible tools, but they do require a smart approach. Step 1. Always consult your doctor before starting any new supplement regimen. Step 2. Select the right, science-backed supplements that target your specific biological aging concerns. And step 3. You gotta combine these with foundational habits. The supplements don't work in a vacuum. You have to pair them with exercise, sleep, and a healthy diet. So, there you have it. The definitive top 5 longevity supplements you should strongly consider in 2026 to genuinely optimize your health span. If you are ready to take control of your cellular health and join a community dedicated to healthy aging, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. But before you go, I want to leave you with a quick question. What is your absolute favorite longevity supplement right now? And what does your daily stack look like? Let us know down in the comments.